Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Crime and Entertainment. We have here today a very special guest, a lady of many talents. Please welcome to the show, Evelyn. Evelyn, how you doing?
I'm good. I'm good. How are you, baby?
I'm good. I'm good. I see you got the Heineken there. Is that your beer of choice?
Oh, baby, you know it tastes like weed to me. I don't know why it just does.
Yeah, Heineken is never been like my go-to beer. I've drank them when people have had them, but I don't know. That's never been like the one that I go to. If I drink, I'm a liquor guy. But if I do drink beer, I'll drink Yingling or Yingling Flight. Those are really good.
Oh, okay. Yeah. They're kind of like a little bit bitter and strong.
A little bit, not so much. I mean, the flights are. I drink like if I'm doing yard work and shit, like cutting the grass or doing anything outside on the weekends. Those flights, man, they go down like water. Like it
Yeah.
just, it just tastes real good. But I generally, I'm a liquor guy. I'm a Jim Beam, Red Stag guy. That's my favorite drink if I got to make it.
Hi. Shit. I'm gonna drop you.
You drink any liquor?
Of course.
What's your favorite? You go
I
to
think it's got to be Patron.
Patron. Yeah.
Hell yeah. Some Patron with some lime and salt, little training wheels.
Yeah.
Fire.
I had that Casamigos for the first time not too long ago. The George Clooney.
So good, huh?
Good, yeah. That and I tried the Rocks Terramano. You tried that yet?
No. Is it so good?
Yeah, it's really good. I think it's called Terramanu, or I think that's how you pronounce it. But it's Dwayne Johnson, the Rock, his brand of tequila. So it's really good.
Right.
Well, listen, I'm glad you could come on the show. Now, you're obviously, for people that don't know, you are an adult entertainer. Obviously, you from people that can tell by looking at the screen, you have a lot of tattoos. But not only do you have a lot of tattoos, you tattoo as well. So,
yeah. Actually, not I'm known as the Atomic Blonde, the tattooing porn star. So I've been doing scenes with Alt Erotic for about 3 years. I've been in the sex working industry, and basically what I do is I tattoo and I fuck at the same time.
Tattoo and wow.
Yeah.
Well, that's I got a tattoo guy. I don't know if I want him fucking while he's tattooing me. I need to
well, I mean, it's you gotta have like a certain special kind of artist, you know what I mean? With a steady hand.
I'm gonna send that to him as soon as we get done. I gotta clip this out and send it to him. Like, don't you be getting any ideas, pal. You just keep focused on the damn needle back there.
Yeah, you were talking earlier about seeing me and Misha, and I shot a scene with her while she rode reverse cowgirl, and I tattooed the bob wire around her nipples.
Wow! Oh, you did that?
Yeah, I did that while she was getting fucked.
Okay, so let me back up just a minute. So when you tattoo and you fuck, so are you fucking and then you're tattooing, or?
Well, of course, I get fucked afterwards for sure. You know what I mean? There's got to be some form of payment here, you know?
Yeah, there's got to be a little bit of give and take. But why?
Yeah, normally I'm tattooing, and then she'll ride a little bit, and then I tattoo, and then she'll ride a little bit, and then
you aren't fucking while you're tattooing.
Yes, like she was laying on her back during the lining, and he was just like eating her pussy, and I was tattooing, and she said it was a super erotic experience because you're getting that pleasure and then the pain,
Wow.
Yeah. Welcome to my.
Yeah, I see that. So now, is that like a concept that you come up with on your own? Because it's
that's a concept alterotic.com came up on their own. Yeah.
Okay.
So Alt Erotic has brand ambassadors, right? Well, I'm their female tattooer, their only female tattooer. And then they have Joshua Gray, Flox 32G just stepped on as a tattooer. So yeah, I mean, I'm the only female.
Now, Misha, that who has the alien
pussy tattoo? Yeah.
Yeah, pussy. Okay.
The alien face hugger. Yeah, that's her.
That is that's quite the piece there that she's got.
It is.
That had to hurt.
I mean, I went like above my pussy. Like I went like above, and boy, dude, it was fucking brutal. It really was. Like, hats off to that woman, because it was next level.
I believe it. Now, I interviewed a Darcy Diamond, and she's out of Canada.
Oh yeah. She's amazing. Darcy's dope.
Yeah,
Super awesome.
got
Great.
asshole tattooed all the way to her asshole.
Yeah.
I don't know how. I mean, I got a few tattoos as well. I got some back pieces, chest pieces, rib pieces. I know there's tattoo aftercare that you want to do to things like that. I don't really know how you put the proper aftercare back there, but she somehow
Well,
does.
if you would have dug deeper into my scenes, I tattooed a butterfly on Mother Aurora's asshole. I did a butterfly on her asshole, and then I fucked her in it right after.
Right after.
Right after.
No healing for her.
No, you're gonna get it.
Well, Darcy said that she went and shot a scene where she got fucked in the ass right after it happened. I'm just like, I don't want nobody to fucking touch me after I get a tattoo, like especially like on the. I mean, Jesus Christ, I can't imagine that felt pleasurable at all.
I swear it's exactly the same way how I am. Like after when I get when I get tattooed, I'm super mean. So I'm probably sure nobody wants to do a scene with me during me getting tattooed. I get mean. I get meaner than a hornet. I'm not really like, I know I'm covered, but like I'm not really good with pain. Like just stay away from me. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's my thing. I got a lot, and I recently had like a full back piece done. It's got about 9-10 hours in it, and I mean it's pretty big. And they were just like, damn, did that hurt? I'm like, hell yeah, it hurt. It hurt like a bitch. And I was like, well, why do you do it? I'm like, well, I said, getting the tattoo, pain is part of the experience. I said, don't necessarily mean I like pain. I didn't like sitting there and getting needled to fucking death, but it's something to go through. So that don't always mean you like it just because you got a lot of tattoos, but you have to go.
Here, like I'll show you my stomach. I don't care. I'll show you my stomach. Like I have some, I'll show you the.
Holy cow. Yeah, that had to hurt like hell.
Yeah. Spicy. Spicy for sure.
Now, what I gotta imagine like the asshole would be one tender place to get tattooed. Have you got any back there on you?
No, I don't have anything in my asshole. And to be completely, yeah, thank God.
Tattoos or nothing else right now. No toys or nothing, folks. Just clean as a whistle.
Nothing else back in my asshole right now as we speak. Thank God. The Heineken bottle was looking pretty friendly though.
Oh my word.
So yeah, nothing in my. I couldn't imagine. I mean, the sensitivity of the fucking hole itself. You know what I mean? Like getting a finger put in there, you're still like, oh shit. Like it's still a little questionable.
Yeah, that's got to seem like it was one of the most tender things. And Darcy said she didn't even really feel it. It wasn't even that bad, but
what?
Yeah, she said that the guy was doing it, I guess, like with a dry needle, no ink or whatever. And he's like, let's make sure you're even going to be able to handle this.
Right.
He's doing it. And she was like, all right, are you going to do it? And he's like, I am doing it. And she's like, really? And she's like, I don't feel the thing. She said it was not nowhere near as what she was thinking it was going to be.
I don't know. I think I'm good without getting my butthole done. I got my tongue cut in half, and that was pretty excruciating.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, we who was that? Kennedy Rose was the first girl I interviewed that had her tongue split. Wow. How bad did that hurt?
You know what it felt like? Like getting your fucking tongue cut in half. It was gnarly, dude. Like it was gnarly. And then
how do they do that?
With a scalpel and 2 clamps. So they clamp it and then they just scalpel it right down the center. And it literally sounds like, when you like hold up a bed sheet, you like cut it, like it literally sounds like that in your ears. It's the craziest shit. And then it's like instantly when those 2 muscle groups are like broke, then it feels so crazy. Like you're like, oh shit, what did I do? And then the leaking coming and you're fucking bleeding and the leaking but the aftercare was gnarly because we get this thing called when it's healing, it's called death breath. And I was literally laying there taking a nap and I was like, what the fuck is that smell? And I was like, dude, like, did my fucking dog shit in here? So I like get up, all of a sudden I get a whiff of my mouth and I'm like, oh my God. Like it's my tongue trying to heal, dude. It was horrible. Like Horrible. I love it, but I would never do it again.
So has yours like started to grow back together? I think Kennedy said that hers grew back together. She had to get it done again.
Well, I got mine split back 3 times.
Okay.
3 times. But the second time wasn't bad, and the third time wasn't bad. The first time with it completely healing and your buds dying and the smell and the constant, you can't eat anything. Like, I literally survived on mashed potatoes and broth.
For how long?
Like a week. It was horrible.
Wow. So what was your leading factor in getting that done? Was it just for the look, or was it just to try something different? Obviously, I can think of a lot of things that we can or can't talk about on this podcast of why you would want to get it done, but like, what was your deciding factor of I'm going to do that?
I thought it was super hot. So this girl I seen on Instagram, she was like playing with it and flicking it, and I was like, dude, like, fellatio, sucking dick, eating pussy. Yeah. I go, dude, that gotta be so much fucking fun, right? And then I was like, so I asked one of my homeboys who's a modifier, I was like, yo, like, can you do this for me? And he's like, for sure. And you don't think anything of it, like, you know, piercing your tongue or getting a piercing until it's like really gonna happen. You know what I mean? But yeah, I mean, I guess I just found it sexy. It was hot. So I did it.
So what's the feedback on the guys with the split tongue? They love it?
So I've been told that you can definitely tell that my tongue is split.
I can see where a guy would definitely be able to tell, and I can see where that would probably be more pleasurable than a non-split tongue. What I'm kind of curious about, and I think I asked Kenny the same thing, was if you're doing this with a girl, like as a guy, I use the tip of my tongue. That's what I, like to, that's kind of like your main point. Yeah, you have 2 tips.
I have 2 tips.
Wow. Oh, I didn't know you could control that thing like that. Okay. All right. Now it makes a little bit more sense. You can crisscross that thing and everything, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Yeah.
I mean, it's obviously, as you can imagine, like that on a bean. Woo!
Wow. I didn't realize you could independently move that shit like that.
Yeah, oh yeah. Your tongue is 2 separate muscles. So when they cut it in half, it releases those muscles. I mean, I was whistling and lisping and all sorts of shit. I had to like definitely relearn how to put these 2 muscles, you know? Just random whistle out of my tongue. I was like, damn.
That'd be what I would be scared. I'd fucking develop some kind of permanent lisp or some shit.
Right? You're like, I got done and fucked up this time.
So how did you wind up? Obviously, the tattooing came before the adult entertainment career, right?
Yeah, oh yeah. I've been tattooing for 17 years.
And where at? What area?
I tattoo all over the place. I go to Miami, I tattoo, LA, I tattoo, Elko, I tattoo, Idaho, I tattoo, and then Las Vegas is like my home base.
Okay. What about who's ever tattooed anybody famous?
I've tattooed a lot of porn stars. Yeah, I've tattooed a lot of porn stars. No, I haven't tattooed anybody like really famous, not like fucking Snoop Dogg or anything, you know what I mean? But a lot of people like Anna Chambers, I've tattooed her. I really wanted to get my hands on Christy Mack.
Oh God, yeah.
Dude, I really want to get my hands on Christy Mack. That's like my goal. But yeah, so I mean, I've tattooed a lot of big name porn stars. So
well, I think that's cool that back in the day it was, I don't want to say taboo, but it was not very normal to see girls, even in adult entertainment films, that had tattoos. I mean, it was very rare. And we had Shelby Dahl on the show here recently, and she's a burlesque dancer, showgirl, and all that. And she was on the cover of Playboy, and she's got like full sleeves. And she said she was one of the first females to be on the cover of Playboy with full sleeves. So I'm glad that that's getting more, I guess, acceptable even in that industry. Because it's like, it was weird to think that even back then what they were doing, they looked down on tattoos.
Right.
Yeah, really.
It's crazy because Like I know I'm never going to be able to shoot with Brazzers.com. I know it. Because I am heavily modified, you know. But kink.com, I know you probably know of kink.com. It's like one of the biggest BDSM sites out there. Well, I just did a everything but scene for them for with Charlotte Sin, and I literally stuck a hollow butt plug in her ass and blew vape smoke in her ass and then Frenched and held it out. It was intense. And so then I had to do a scene. I had to fuck her in her ass with this big old dragon dick, and like it was fucking intense. But normally, just like you said, you know, people are starting to step out, and kink is now starting to step out with tattooed alt models. You know, so it was an awesome opportunity. I had so much fun. Like, who would think? You know what I mean? Vape smoke in somebody's asshole.
Right. I'm going to need a link to that too, by the way, whenever we get
I got you.
Take a little peek there. Take a little look at that. That's part of my due diligence as a good interview.
Tight. It was so tight. I've shot a lot of crazy scenes since I started. You know, I'm pansexual. I love everybody. It's you know, I've shot a scene with a little person with her name is Kylie. She's super fucking beautiful. Little nugget. And then I shot with her, and then I've done a trans scene. I shot a trans scene in Avian, picked that one up. I've shot a lot of crazy scenes, so it's been interesting.
I mean, because we've already covered a lot here. We've had midgets, vape smoke, fucking a tattoo, and that, we jumped straight to the good stuff. What is like the craziest thing that you've done in your opinion?
Well, the kinked one was pretty crazy, but I gotta say, working with little Kylie, that was a first for me. You know, I mean, she was 3 foot. She's 3 foot. She's beautiful, big old round butt. And then, you know, I had to strap her, and I had to like pin her legs back and spit in her mouth. And, you know, it was out of control. It was crazy.
Wow. Now, when they approached you for that, did you have any reservations about doing it, or you were all down for it?
Oh no, I'm completely down for it. I think the one thing that I would probably have a little reservations with would be like a little person male.
Yeah.
Because I don't know. I would, it just it would be weird. I don't know. I just feel it'd be weird. I don't know.
I'm not like arm or something in there.
Yeah, like I mean,
what you bringing to the table there, pal?
Fist me, you feel me?
Yeah, he's gonna have to. Yeah, he's gonna have to. Well, I think that scene that I watched with you and Misha, you actually said that. You was like, God, this is like an arm.
Yes. Oh, so you've seen my first BBC scene.
Yeah.
Dude, that was intense.
Biggest one you come across there, huh?
Well, so I don't know if you know the biggest in the business. His name is Brickzilla.
Brickzilla. No, I don't know the biggest in the. I'm more into the women's side of the business.
He's 15 inches.
Oh, 15.
Yeah, 15 inches. And he actually stuck that fucking thing in my homegirl Ebony Mystique Goddess's ass, dude. Like she took that in her ass. And I was like sitting back, I was like, there's no way. Like I haven't done any anal yet. I've been thinking about maybe putting out my first anal scene. But yeah, like she took that thing and this fucking thing is so big it like hobbles over to the side. It's like it's huge, homie. It's huge. Like you're just like, where does he put this thing?
I ain't lying.
Somewhere. It's crazy.
Jesus. 15 fucking inches. You don't really need all that, I don't think. That's a lot of wasted equipment there.
15 inches, homie.
Have you fucked him?
No. Well, I hit him up to do a scene, right? But he said he doesn't work with tattooed models. So I was just, obviously I would do it vaginally, see if I could do it vaginally.
Right.
But I was like, even like, dude, I don't think there's going to be not coming back from this if I go balls deep. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Coming out with wizard sleeves and fucking some kind of stomach problem.
Yeah. I mean, well, let me ask you that, because that's kind of been a question that I've had, right? So I think every guy, be it regular Joe on the street or somebody in the business, you know, that part of them is always, you know, most people would be self-conscious. Is it the right size? Is it big enough? Is it good enough to do what I got to do. Is there a point to where if it's too big, it's just uncomfortable? It's not really
Yes.
pleasurable.
Yes, of course. When I did my first BBC with Jason Sweet, I love Jason. He's amazing, incredible performer. But so even during the scene, I was just like, damn, like how would somebody get used to this? You know what I mean? Like how would somebody get comfortable with normally taking this size? You know, like to me, I think 6.5, 7 inches is like perfect. You know what I mean? With a little girth to her, with him, to
Yeah.
little girth to him. You know what I mean? I think that's absolutely the perfect size. Yo,
so many guys that are watching this that heard you get excited about that 15 inches are now breathing sigh of relief that you said 6.5 to 7.
No, I mean, it would be cool for content. You know, it would be super dope to like.
Right. I feel like that's more of a one-off though. Like, hey, I'll do this. I've done this scene with this fucking 15-inch cock, but then after that, like, give me back my normal. I can do a lot more and more crazier shit with my normal.
You would need a good fucking week and a half to recover from that.
Right. Yeah. Jesus Christ.
Fucking throwing a hot dog down the hallway for a little while.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm kind of like you. Like, if they have. And I know a lot of people in the business do have like wives and significant others. Like, I don't know how somebody would get used to taking that over and over and over again.
You know, it's crazy because I know a lot of porn stars and they have significant others. And to them, it's mainly about just the clout, the money, and the relationship. You know what I mean? I mean, of course, fucking is involved. Everybody gets horny. You know what I mean? But right. Mainly like they have a bond or like a kinship or a friendship or, you know, like something that's more than just sex. You know what I mean?
Right. Wow. Yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot of dick, 15 inches. That's a lot, dude. You can cut that thing in half and still be good to go.
I swear to God, you could literally cut it in thirds and still be good to go. Dude, I swear. It's crazy. I mean, I've seen some and heard some crazy stories throughout like doing porn and, you know, being in sex work. And, you know, I mean, just the themes that like a 15 dude gangbang, 26 dude gangbang. You know what I mean? Like one chick. That's insanity.
Well, I mean, what's the record up to now? It's like 900 and something, ain't it? Or
good God, I don't even. Is that like a real thing?
Yeah. Jasmine, well, you know Jasmine St. Clair?
No.
You don't know Jasmine St. Clair?
No.
So she done, I think hers was, I want to say hers was 500. I think. She was the second person to break the record. She was really big. It was like mid-90s, and she come in, she broke the record. She was only in the adult film industry for a few years, and then she left. And she does a lot of stuff with XPW. You've probably seen her and just didn't know who it was.
Jasmine.
Yeah, Jasmine.
What are you talking about? Dude, does she do a podcast? Because she just hit me up to do a fucking podcast.
Yeah, Crazy Train.
Yeah, dude, that's crazy. Yeah, she's fucking smoking hot, too.
Yes,
though.
yes.
Dude, beautiful. Beautiful, dark brown hair. Oh, God, she's gorgeous.
Yes, and I mean, she's that gorgeous now. Imagine how, you know, in the mid-90s, I mean, she was like just fucking in her prime. And she did one of those. She done one of those big gangbangs. I mean, obviously, you know, she let us in on a few secrets that, you know, obviously nobody's gonna come up there and one guy's not gonna take an hour. You know, there's things that is set up. One guy's gonna get a certain amount of time, so many pumps in this. All right, pal, get the fuck out of here. You know, back of the line or whatever you want to do. And a lot of it is smoking. Yeah, a lot of it is smoking mirrors.
Take your number.
Yeah,
yeah, that's crazy.
But I want to say that like her record got beat and then somebody beat that. I want to say the record I think was up to like 900.
Damn.
And when I talked to her and we were talking like, how do you advertise for that to be a part of that, especially back then? Because this was, you know, long before fucking Facebook, social media, MySpace, you know, internet was probably barely a fucking thing back then, even if at all. And she said it was all done through like radios and magazine ads. And, you know, that was how they had to do stuff back then. But see now, like with you, and this is the kind of beauty about social media, is when I befriended Kennedy, obviously I can scroll through her friends list and see, and that's how I found you, and it makes it everything so easy to find and so accessible. But then at the same time, it gives you a platform for your stuff, and people can go to see exactly what you do and what you have. Just like I did when I went to the links, and that's an amazing tool for girls in the industry because for so many years they didn't have that. You had to go to
that Linktree is something else,
yeah.
dude. It takes you right to my Amazon wish list. Takes you to my Twitter, which P.S. Evilyn Ink in Twitter is out of control. Like it is something else. You know what I mean? It is like.
So how does Twitter get away with all that shit? Because I have to be careful when I open my Twitter. I can't do that just any and everywhere, all kind of way, because they don't really have a whole lot of rules on there.
So I literally had to get a privacy screen. I am so addicted to Twitter. It's ridiculous. I'm like looking around when I'm sitting down. Like now I don't have to get the privacy screen. Now I can just scroll through all the porn, see all the 15 inchers. You know what I mean? Look at Brick Stilla, see what he's been doing, what he's been fucking. You know what I mean? Like now I can do all of that without worrying about sitting next to my dad. You know what I mean?
The privacy screen. What's that?
It's a privacy screen from fucking Verizon. It's like the screensaver cover, the screen fucking cover. What is it? Protector. Right? Yeah. Protector, yeah. But it's only you can see what's going on your phone. It like blacks out.
So it blocks. Okay. All right. Yeah. All right. Okay. Yeah, I might need to get one of them too, because I got a bad habit of just opening up Twitter and
yeah.
And like, well, that's
buttholes and fucking bukkake and all sorts of shit.
A lot of time my son be grabbing my phone. Dad, pull up Twitter, see who got signed today to some team. You better let me do that, pal. Let me have that phone. I don't need you scrolling through there learning stuff a lot earlier than need be.
No. Dude, Twitter is so tight. Like it is my favorite. I think Twitter just gives everybody an outlet. You know what I mean? Because you can go onto Twitter and scroll down into some fucking rabbit holes. Like there's this guy on there. His name is Fag Don Willis.
Fag Don Willis.
Yeah. So he is like one of my favorites. Like one of my all-time favorites. Like I was literally so addicted to this dude that he blocked me because I was liking his stuff. So he blocked me and I got onto my friend's Twitter and hit him up and was like, you gotta unblock me. Because he just the most outlandish shit, right? Like he'll post like out me and he's like bent over with his butthole showing and he gives his address and he's like, expose me. I'm just like, dude, this guy's dope. But
I mean, it might be smoking some dope there.
Dude, out of fucking control. It is out of control. And you scroll down. I mean, you scroll down and all of a sudden you're in a fucking rabbit hole with people fucking sitting on like, I don't know, fucking jars and fucking weird shit. And then you got fisting and fucking, I'm talking butt plugs the size of my head. Dude, it's insane.
I mean, I don't know what what are you hoping to accomplish with a butt plug quite that big?
Dude, dude, I couldn't even imagine. There was this one where this guy put his balls in 2 plexiglass fucking flats, right? Put his balls and smashes them with, I mean, I'm talking where you're just like, dude, you see nothing but white and ball sack. You're like, holy God, like they're going to explode. It's going to be bad. Like,
if I get kneed in the nuts, like I'm done for like an hour. I can't imagine what the fuck that. I mean, I don't know what you would get out of that. Like I've always found myself to be a pretty open person when it comes to sexuality, as far as like trying shit and stuff like that. And my wife being her very sexual, but there's certain things where I draw the line, and like I guess that's damn near self-mutilation.
It is. That's the masochistic part of BDSM, dude. I promise you, it's the masochistic part.
I mean, I gotta look for something pleasure. I gotta have some pleasure with my pain. It goes hand in hand. There's got to be something that makes you keep going. Like the fucking and the tattooing. I get that. I really do. But I don't really get squeezing my balls between 2 pieces of fucking glass or whatever it is. I don't know.
No, dude, with fucking.
I'm not going to be able to get any pleasure out of that for probably a week.
I mean, they had to custom make that. So what the fuck is in their mind? Like, you know what I'm going to do today? I'm going to go out and I'm going to take this plexiglass and I'm going to cut 2 squares with some wing nut holes and I'm going to fucking smush my balls in half. Does it? What's it called? The sandwicher? I don't know what it's called. It's fucking insane. I'm sorry, that's my best friend over there. She's just sitting there.
No, that's fine. I
had to control
it. My balls are hurting now just talking about that.
You know what? You're welcome. No, you're dope.
So how did you get into this industry? What led you to, obviously you're doing the tattooing, you've done it for many years. You got beautiful artwork on you.
Thank you.
And before we get into what got you into the adult industry, who is your go-to artist?
My go-to artist?
Yeah.
My go-to artist, and we became fucking super tight over these past couple months, is Flox 32G. Okay. He is an incredible script artist, and it's to the point where I was totally fanboying over him and got one of his money bags that he's super known for tattooed on my head. So if you like go through and you look at my pictures and you see that money bag, he didn't do it, but I still got it because I was just obsessed with this dude. Incredible tattooer. He doesn't use a tablet. He doesn't do stenciling. He literally is a freehand artist. That's all he does is draw.
Wow.
So it's pretty incredible to see his work, you know. I gotta say another artist would have to be Ashley Ryan, and I know that's kind of cliche, but her jewel work is incredible. Ashley Ryan, she was one of she was the first female for Ink Masters to win. So, but she's dumb good, so good, like beautiful too, smoking hot. I'd fuck the shit out of her just to put it out there.
Well, yeah, I think I remember seeing her because I used to watch the Ink Master show. I'd watch all those. What's the one that Kat Von D had? Which one was that? LA Ink or something like that?
Oh, that was LA Ink. Yeah. With fucking Chris Nunez and fucking Oliver Peck was in there. And a couple other of them, but incredible artists out there, pretty amazing. So
yeah, I love tattoos, man. I mean, I've got a lot of them. I plan on getting a lot more, and it's just, you know, when you find that one person that you just click with and understands what you want, it's a version of a relationship, you know.
It really is.
It is. I mean, you know, I can go to him and I can say, all right, this is what I want, but he will never give me exactly what I bring him because I'm usually bringing him a picture of something, but he's got to put his own twist on it. You know, he's like, I just don't copy people's shit. He's like, so here's
his own artistic freedom. That's dope that you let him do that.
And I trust him with that, and he's never steered me wrong or anything along those lines. Everything that I've done, that he's done, you know, I've loved, and there's a relationship. There's a lot of trust because you got to think, you know, when they're doing that, there's no taking that back. You can't just erase it and start over. You know, that shit's permanent. So there's a lot of trust that's got to be in that.
Yep. So how I got into Alt Erotic, there used to be a website back in the day called mytattoogirls.com, and it was ran by one of the owners, and he changed it to Alt Erotic, and then they reached out, and I flew to LA, and it was before I had any modifications. Like I mean, I had my boobs, but I didn't have my butt done, or I had really no torso tattoos. And so I flew out there and I did a scene with Sasha Knock, Sasha Ink, and Genevieve Sin, and I tattooed a nipple. I tattooed her nipple with a rose and dagger. And then we did a double girl blowjob scene. And once I did that, I was so nervous, dude. Like, I was so nervous, just the aspect of everything that was going on, knowing that, you know, I was going to be diving into porn. And then it kind of just like, I've been in sex work my whole life, you know what I mean? I've been a dancer, you know. You know, that's what I did. I've been in sex work since I was 18 years old.
Well, that's what I was going to ask, is how they reached out to you. Like, I didn't know if they just, I mean, you don't really cold call for this kind of thing. They had to have an inside way to get a hold to you. So you've been dancer, stripper before?
Yeah, okay. Yeah. I actually was known, I was known back in the day as Peanut. So I worked for mytattoogirls.com. So I had already did porn. But I got my face tattooed on mytattoogirls.com. And then when the owner sold the company, I started working for them as their tattooer.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
Wow, that's interesting. Now, were you before, like, were you always a sexual person? Like, did you enjoy sex like that?
Yo, it's bad. I have a problem.
So nymphomaniacism there.
Dude, my best friend's sitting over there like, yes, it's a problem. It's a real life situation. The crazy part is I've really had to slow down and really focus on content because you just can't be promiscuous anymore. You know what I mean? Like, I can't just be going and getting my rocks off with somebody because I'm talent tested constantly, you know, for work. So I guess I found an outlet for that because I can just hit up and be like, hey, you want to shoot some trade content? Are you tested? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, and then boom, you're making magic. So I guess there's that outlet. And then, I mean, there's a lot of bucket list things that I did, like the little person, you know, shooting with Kylie, shooting with her. That was a bucket list. Trans, you know, I want to dive deep into like a trans gangbang. I really want to get into that.
Has there ever been one of those? I gotta think, yeah, but I don't know.
Yes, but it's not been with it's called a cis girl because I have a vagina.
Right.
So I'm a cis girl. So I have the vagina, but there's been like trans gangbangs with like, you know, all trans.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like there's this one trans I'm obsessed with, and her name is Nadia Love. Dude, she is so hot. Like, she makes women look fucking ugly. It's crazy. You know what I mean? She's so fucking smoking hot. So yeah, I guess I found my outlet through porn.
Well, yeah. I mean, that's something I've told people for years. I'm like, that's something that I enjoy. So if I could get paid to do that, then fuck yeah. Like, what? That's like the dream job. I would think. I mean, especially if you're into it. Like, there are people that I bumped into that are just, I don't know why, and mostly it's females. I don't know too many guys that they're not into sex, but I've run across a couple females, and my wife tells me stories about, you know, people that she knew in the past that they just did not have any interest in sex. And I'm just like, well, they had to have been like, didn't have a good experience with it or something. Cause like even a fucking bad experience, I'm like, all right, well, I need a good one. So okay, I gotta go do it again. And just try to, I don't know why someone would not enjoy that aspect of sex. It's really,
you know, I have a lot of, you know, married friends, and, you know, they tell me like, oh, you know, we haven't had sex in like a month, or, you know, we haven't had sex in like 2 weeks. And I'm just like, how the fuck can you go that long? Like,
yeah.
I think the one thing that is it's really hard for me to do in anything is date.
Yeah.
Like, that's the one thing it's really hard for me to do is date. I've tried Bumble, I've tried Tinder, I've tried Plenty of Fish, and I'm always 100% transparent. You know what I mean? So I'll be like, hey, like, you know, I'm an adult film, you know, and then it's like, oh, well, I could see you being a fuck buddy, but nobody I could take home to my mom. And I'm like, okay, well, next, swipe, you know what I mean? Like, swipe. You know, so it's been really hard for me to find somebody that I could like really fall in love with and date, and who can love me for me, even being who I am, because I'm not going to stop doing what I'm doing. 1, I love sex way too much, dude. 2, I love my job. It's fucking fun. It's exhilarating. I'm excited to go on set. Like, the sexual tension, you can cut it with a knife. Like, you walk on and, you know, dude, it's time to fuck. Like, we are doing this. You know what I mean? Like, it is intense. So I don't know if like, yeah, like you were saying, the sex thing. I don't know how people just can't do it, dude. Give it to me, all of it. All the pink buttholes, send them this way. You know what I mean?
3 days is like, after that, shit's got to go down. Like, I don't care if we're mad at each other or what's going on. Like, and I'll do this shit where I get like really agitated, and I'll come in and I'll just start cleaning. But while I'm cleaning, I'm like slamming fucking cabinets and shit. And she's like, you want some, don't you? I'm like, yes. Like, this shit, I gotta work this off somehow or another. So she'll fuck with me for a little bit and make me like do a load of dishes or something, and then I get it. But she can always tell, because if I'm doing it just to be doing it and cleaning, that's one thing. But if I'm doing it because I'm sexually frustrated, when I get done and put it up, I'm slamming fucking cabinets and throwing shit around and banging it, and she can always tell.
I tell you what, in 3 days, everything in the fucking house with me would be broken. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
talk about slamming shit. There would be no dishes for anybody to eat off of. Be like, you can eat off this pussy if you're hungry. You know what I mean?
Damn, I gotta make a note when that was said. 40 minutes. All right.
You know what I mean? Break all the dishes. You ain't giving me no dick. I got a plate for you to eat off of.
Oh, God, somebody. Yeah, I mean, I'm like that. I can't go. I mean, you know, we said that was like I wanted it to be in our marriage vows, but that might have been a little bit too much for the crowd was there. But it was like there would never be more than a 7-day span go by where we didn't have sex.
Right.
And for the better part of it, unless one of us was just like very sick, we've held up to that. So it's been good.
Yo, that's so tight. How long have you guys been married for?
We have been married for 12 years and we've been together for almost 20.
Damn. Hashtag goals.
Yeah. I mean, it's fucking, it's been, I mean, obviously, you know, like every relationship, we've had our ups and downs, but I mean, there's nobody I'd rather take this ride with. I mean, she's my ride or die and she's fucking cool as shit. We party together. We would go to strip clubs together. The women, like as soon as we walk in, like the women would just like flock to her because she's hot. And they in there, if a woman walks in, that they can pick up on the vibe that they're there to enjoy themselves and have fun and not there because their boyfriend drug them there.
Right.
It's on another level.
It's on cracking.
Yeah.
Yo, I absolutely love swingers clubs.
Yeah.
Like, love it. You know what I mean? Like, if I could find my ideal guy, that's where it would be. You know what I mean? We would be going and have the little sticker for participants and be doing all the fucking things. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And see, but that's something that there's only a certain select group of people I think that can do that and make it work because a lot of people can't. And I remember there was a couple we went to down here, and I just told the story on another podcast, but the guy that I was working with, he's like, you know, where do y'all go? And I'm like, we go to this bar. As far as like we go to the, you know, the Silver Slipper. And he's like, what's that? I was like, a strip club. And he's like, you take your wife? I'm like, yeah, I'll take my wife. I was like, I have a better time when I take her. I was like, you know, it's a lot better time. And so we went and he carried his wife and it just did not go over well. Like he said they fought about it after they got back home and like, were you looking at the girls? I'm like, what the fuck did you think he was going to look at? Like, you didn't take him to Burger King. Like, you know, you're going to look at the fucking women that was dancing. That's the whole point of going to a strip club.
Yeah.
There's not much else to look at. I mean, you know, the chairs and the carpet maybe, but it's not for everybody. You have to have that, you know, comfortable factor, that understanding, and you know, you're just there to have a good time. And then some people, it's just not for them. I've seen it a lot with it happen to people and it destroy relationships. So obviously when that happens, it gets a bad rap, but on the other hand, if it's done right and done the right way, it can be amazing.
Right.
So, in your relationships, like, have you ever had like even a short amount of time? Did you have a relationships with anybody?
Since I've been in porn, no, I haven't. I've tried, you know, I had, a couple dudes who I started to see, but then, I mean, you know, cause I dance at Play It Again Sam's. I tattoo all day during the day. I shoot for my OnlyFans. I'm now working for, Bad Bunnies. It's if you go to, you'll see it's on my Instagram. It's the pinned photo
today.
Yeah. So I'm working for them now, and they're managing my talent, and so I have a lot going on. I have like a bunch of fucking sticks in the fire. Please, poo. I have a bunch of sticks in the fire, so it's really hard for me to try to juggle, you know, driving all the way to LA to shoot content, or, you know, going and shooting content in Vegas, and then, you know, tattooing all day, and then traveling to Idaho or going to Elko. And, you know, so I have a lot of sticks in the fire, but I had a couple guys that I thought were really going to make it, you know, that I thought didn't have a problem with me shooting porn, didn't have a problem with me doing OnlyFans, you know, said that I could borrow their dick, you know, for content. So I thought I was getting somewhere, right? But it's all good and gravy when somebody's talking out their neck, and then when it comes to showdown of like, hey, you know, I got to go to LA to go shoot the scene, and then it's like, who you shooting a scene with? I'm shooting a scene with so and so, blah blah bloop, and then all of a sudden it's like, well, why are you gonna go shoot the scene? You know, it's really hard for me to. I'm not gonna stop my hustle. Like, I'm just not. You know what I mean? And I think I don't know. I mean, there's been a lot of aspects where porn has kind of diminish some things in my life, but it is what it is. Like, it is, I am who the fuck I am now. I'm Evilyn Ink, you know what I mean? So one of them is tattooing, coming out to places where people know that I do porn. And then I lose clients because their wife is jealous of them coming to get tattooed by a porn star. When in all technicality, I'm not tattooing in fucking lingerie. I'm tattooing in normal clothes. I got my hair in a fucking ponytail. Like, I'm not wearing any makeup. Like, you know, but they are still hella insecure. So I've lost clients that way too.
Yeah. And that's just ridiculous for people to be that insecure. And I guess if you're that scared that you're going to lose your significant other, that if they go to get a tattoo, they're going to run off with the tattoo artist or whatever the case, but bartender, whatever, you know, obviously y'all don't have trust to begin with.
Right.
Yeah. So I don't know. It irks me when people do. And even, you know, doing these types of podcasts, somebody's like, well, you're not worried about audience member. And I'm like, no, I'm not worried about losing audiences. Like, there's people out there that want to hear these stories. Like, you know, I've always been one that wants to hear the backstory, and I never, in no way is it judging. I always wonder how people got to where they are. And that's everybody, like actors. How did you get into acting? What happened? What was your first role? How did you get into this? If I was a fucking chick, I'd be doing this shit right now. Like right up
right
into
now,
the point where they just told me,
fucking now, dude.
hey, it's I was right up into the point where they tell me, all right, you've aged out here. You're going to have to step behind the camera. And then at that point, I'm going to be a cameraman or a producer or something behind the scenes. I'm still going to be in the business.
Yo, gilf porn is a huge thing right now.
What the hell is that? Granddads?
Gilf, like grandmas I want to fuck, or milfs, you know, and grandmas I want to fuck. You know what I mean?
we interviewed Gilf, Sally Mullins.
Oh shit! Okay, yeah. I know who you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, she was in her 50s, and she called it granny porn. But yeah, I mean but that's the thing is like you're never gonna run it. There's always gonna be somebody out there that has an itch that needs to be scratched in some way, whether it's feet or whatever the fuck, or that ball smashing thing you were talking
about. Plexiglass ball smashing. Get out of my head, dude.
Oh. So tell everybody real quick, like where they can go find you to track you down, get a look at some of this content. Cause I mean, we only covered a few videos today, ladies and gentlemen, but you got fucking tattooing, nipples, you know, vaping and assholes. You got a lot going on here. So tell us where they can go to track you down.
If you just go to Google and you type in Evilyn Ink, it's EVILYNINK, Evilyn Ink. If you type in Evilyn Ink, it'll pull up a plethora of fucking videos. Or you can go to alterotic.com and you'll find me there. That's where I've been working for the longest. Kink.com also has the scene of me blowing the vape smoke in the butthole. And then you can go to official _ Evilyn Ink on Instagram, hit the tree links, and it'll take you straight to all my links. So happy jerking, yo, like get it just for me, you know what I mean?
And that's what we'll do is we'll put your Instagram handle in the show notes. We can do that. And then they can take the link tree to that next step. But I found out the hard way, you can't put the direct links on there. You do get flagged for it. And I've already gotten flagged for that. So I'm trying to keep out of the naughty list of YouTube.
Yeah, you don't want to be on the naughty list. Santa's coming, baby. You know what I mean?
That is. But if you go see her links, folks, a lot of people can come over and over again if you want, because you go subscribe to that OnlyFans and, you know, check out all those videos. Evilyn, I can't thank you enough for stopping by the show. I've had a blast.
You have been incredible. Up. Like, you are so incredible, dude. You were fucking funny. You made me comfortable, super professional. And look it, congratulations to you and your fucking girl. Like, # relationship goals, you know?
Thank you very much. I appreciate it. And if you know anybody who wants to come on, we'd love to have people from this genre come on and tell their stories. I'm, as you just said, I love to talk and dig deep and get behind, but also love to have fun too. And
so if I was you real quick, I would hit up the director of Alt Erotic. His name is I Am Slyvin.
Yes.
If you go on there, he's tagged in a lot of my photos. He's done a lot of my photos.
Matter of fact,
him up. He's got some fucking crazy stories. He's been a director in this fucking business since time. You know what I mean? So hit him up. He would love to come on and do your podcast. And dude, thank you for this opportunity. I really, really enjoyed myself.
Well, thank you very much. I'm glad you could stop by the show. Ladies and gentlemen, there you go. That'll do it for today. I am Hollywood Wade from Crime and Entertainment. That was Evilyn Ink. And unfortunately, we are out of time. Evilyn, thank you for stopping by the show. We appreciate you.
Bye, baby. Much love.
Right.